Hey y'all, welcome back to the party. It's me, your girl BrittReacts, and today we're going to react to a kind suggestion to Tom T. Hall, Old Dogs, Children, and Watermelon Wine. Let's see.
Well, I want to sing this song. This is my last song. I'm just going to sing 3 songs. We've heard enough of these Tom T. Hall songs tonight, but no, listen.
No way.
I'm retired. The rest of these guys.
It's like, I'm not doing all this work.
They're used to working. They're up, I go to bed at dark and get up at daylight. And last couple of weeks, I've been missing the news. I wake up in the morning and say, is the world still, going around? And what? Get dark early.
All right.
I was doing a show down in Miami Beach, Florida one time with George and Tammy.
George
and
Tammy,
Ray
we
Price.
know them.
They booked us down there for the Democratic National Convention. And what happened, 4 years earlier, the hippies had torn up the convention in Chicago. So they moved it down to Miami, and to keep the hippies quiet, they had us put on a big country music show over in Flamingo Park. And it worked. All those kids came over there to hear us pick and sing, and it was the quietest convention the Democrats
distracted
ever
them.
had. In fact, it was so quiet, they nominated Estes Kefauver for president. You all probably never heard about that, but it was a real quiet convention. And I went back to the hotel after the show to have a nightcap, which was my custom at the time. I haven't had a drink, I guess, in 20 years, but Johnny Cash gave me a tip about drinking.
Dang, he knew everybody. George and Tammy, and Johnny Cash. Who is this man? I love his storytelling. I love even that kind of awkward pause he took. It's just real life. Like, people get older, they lose their train of thought. Listen, I'm in my mid-30s and I lose my train of thought every day. Okay. I love this story though. I think it's great. All right, let's keep going.
20 years, but Johnny Cash gave me a tip about drinking. John told me one time, he said, Tom G says, he says, I quit drinking. And I said, really? And he said, yeah. He said, it makes me break out.
What?
Dallas, Fort Worth, windows, doors. So I gave it up too.
But I don't know if I got that. I missed it.
But I went back to the hotel to have a nightcap and met this old fella, and he had a great philosophy of life. And
I love that he keeps playing the guitar in between the story.
Next morning, I was looking for something in my pocket, and I found this napkin, and it said watermelon wine on it. So
They know this song?
I didn't have anything to write on. I found a pencil, and I got out a sick bag.
A sick bag.
And I wrote this song on the back of a sick bag, and I kind of wish I'd still had it, because I've sung this song so much I might throw up right at the end.
That's so real. That's so real.
It's a good little story.
He's funny. He didn't crack a smile, but that was funny.
This was a big hit song. Why don't you go back down to Miami and find that guy and buy him a new car?
Why would he do that?
This is the wisest, smartest, happiest, calmest gentleman I have ever met. Why in the hell would I go down there and screw up his whole life? I did write a song about him, though. Oh, I got another.
I love that he keeps
I
stopping.
don't sing these songs in the key I wrote them in.
This is such a raw, real performance. I love it.
Each other while I do this.
He's funny. He's funny.
All right.
Beautiful.
How old do you think I am, he said. I said, well, I didn't know. He said, I turned 65 about 11 months ago. And I was sitting in Miami, pouring blended whiskey down. When this old gray black gentleman was cleaning up the lounge. Well, there wasn't anyone around except this old man and me. Guy who ran the bar was watching Ironsides on TV.
I don't want to. I don't want to stop. I feel like this is so special. His ability to sing, talk, and move in and out of it, and have these like breaths, these sighs, these moments, these pauses. It just feels like such a real, raw experience. And you guys know my favorite. This is my favorite thing is when you get a story and a song, but then you couple it with this man's wisdom and his clear, like he's a veteran. Listen to who he just said he would perform with. He's been doing it for years. He said so much so he wants to vomit after he sings this song, which I think is such a real thing. I can't imagine like how these artists do these like year-long tours singing the same songs over and over and over and over. It's like, nah, I get it. But yeah, this is really nice. Did he say the man was gray black? Is that what he said? Did I misunderstand, or is that like mean something? Help me out in the comments. But I'm enamored by the story and the pace at which he's telling the story. It just feels like such an anecdote, which I guess it is. But there's something so connecting and engaging about it.
Was watching Ironsides on TV.
What are Ironsides?
And uninvited, he sat down and he opened up his mind on old dogs and children and watermelon wine. You ever had drink of watermelon wine? Yes.
Never.
He told me all about it, though I didn't answer back. He said, ain't but three things in this world worth a solitary dime, except old dogs and children and watermelon wine.
So am I to understand that these are the things that he held dearest, the things that have no price tag, like they're priceless to him, and they're things that matter: old dogs, children, and watermelon wine. I've never had. Is watermelon wine a thing? I would probably love it. Where can I purchase? Who makes the best version of it? Let me know down below. It's interesting. There's a few young people in the audience, which I think is really sweet. But it seemed like this song is super popular, and nobody's like singing along. Are they just as like enamored as I am? Because I'm just like, sing more, Grandpa.
And watermelon wine. He said, you know, women, they think about themselves.
That's why they're not on the list. That's why women aren't on the list, huh?
They and friends are hard to find when they discover that you're down.
True.
He said, I tried it all when I was young and in my natural life. Now it's old dogs and children and watermelon wine.
So these are the things that don't let him down. Got it?
He said, you know, old dogs, they care about you. Even when you make mistakes. And God bless little children while they're still too young.
No.
And when he moved
True.
away, I found my pen and I copied down that line. about old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Well, I had to catch a plane up to Atlanta that next day. As I left for my room, I saw him picking up my chain.
A
And
chain?
that night, I dreamed in peaceful sleep of shady summertime, of old dogs and children and watermelon wine. Thank you. Thank you very much.
So special.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Let me say one more thing. I'll say one more thing. It is not possible, but I wish that you folks could have had as much fun tonight as I've had. Thank you.
He's fantastic. What a true performer.
Tom T. Hall.
That was like the most pleasant thing I've watched, I think. Like I just feel so wholesome and pleasant. So I think what was really catching about that, like what really caught me was like he was singing a song, but he was really just recanting an encounter. Right? And then it was like the song was almost, I don't know, it's interesting because he said, and then I picked up a pen and I wrote that down. But what he wrote down is what he's singing to us. So it's kind of like Back to the Future. I don't know. I really enjoyed that. I think it was just sweet. Wow. All right. Thank you, Tom T. Hall. Never heard of this man before, but I really love that. And he had a beautiful head of silver hair. Like what? Thick and luscious. Movement, body, all of it. All right, y'all. Go and have the day you deserve. Bye.